While stories of Ouija use date back as far as the early 1400s, it is safe and common assumption that Ouija board as we know them today are not as genuine as the ones from 2 centuries ago. The point is you're opening yourself up to the other side. It doesn't matter what channel you're using. If you allow it to be opening for communication, you are letting it to be open for many other things. These 5 videos are examples of Ouija-proof cotton tapes. Some are more convincing and more horrifying than others, but every entry has importance in understanding the negative effects of using them. Number 5. Nosebleed. This video shows 2 young boys playing the Ouija board in a living room. They ask simple questions and the answers they receive are unsettling but nothing too horrifying. At some point, while asking are there any good spirits here, they hear noise behind them and a large ball or basket flies off their living room table. The boys freak out, yell no, I am done with this, and run from the board while flipping it over. Many commenters have of course pointed out this was a major problem because you're never supposed to leave a Ouija board without saying goodbye. Of course, the 2 young boys later came back to the board, though, and continued to play. Before the pair are even able to ask another questions, the boy facing away from the camera feels something on his face and turns to expose that his nose had begun bleeding. Just as he turns back to his friend, the Ouija board flies off the small table they were using. Shortly after, he comes back on camera to warn that he never believed Ouija boards and did originally as a joke. Number 4. Possessed Woman. This video is perhaps one shows 3 or 4 girls in a dark candlelit room. They are either rubbing the glass over the homemade Ouija board or perhaps a spirit has taken control. Merely seconds into the video, a dark-haired girl in a white top begins to breathe heavily and even growl slightly. She looks at the girl beside her and grabs at her arm as she growls, contorts and begins to bleed from her mouth. Her friends manage to calm her down and the video ends with her sobbing in her friend's arms. Whatever truly happened here was clearly devastating to the young girl and horrifying for those around her. Number 3. Shaking Chandelier. This video was posted on Facebook in August 2011 by a young girl in Norway. The creepy video received about 4,000 shares as well over 100,000 views on YouTube upload. 2 girls are sitting at a dining room table with their fingers on a homemade Ouija board. The board is drawn in more of circular pattern, which is not unusual with homemade or makeshift boards. The girls are of course speaking a Norwegian or like language, so I can't determine what's being said. They removed their hands from the board a little scared and uneasy. The blonde girl to the right pours herself a glass of soda as they quietly converse. As soon as she sets her glass down and attempts to return to the board, the glass glides over the table quickly, almost falling off. Everyone seems shocked. They walk around and talk things over while emotionally affected. Eventually, they all come back to Plex and continue their game, using the creepy event to fuel the energy. They don't play for much longer before stopping to fearfully discuss the game. Eventually, they hear a slight tip and the chandelier hanging above the table begins to shake violently. The girls scream and run to another room. Number 2. Board. This YouTuber is immensely well known in the horror community and to anyone with a desire to witness the paranormal. Board has been active on YouTube since about 2009, and although his channel does center around other content, he gained most of his fame through showing off his home. Board house is apparently severely haunted. In fact, his channel's about section simply states horrific poltergeist activity caught on tape. His most popular videos include furniture being thrown around his home, EVP sessions that reveal chilling voices, and of course, Ouija boards. He often uses the Ouija board as a channel for investigating the haunting of his home, and more often than not, the results are terrifying. One such of Board's video shows a small glass breaking as soon as it makes contact with the board, and another video shows the board floating mid-air as Board rushes to get it on tape. Out of the countless Ouija-related videos on this channel, the video uploaded on Halloween 2012 might just take the cake. While we are faced with the unusual, horrifying evidence, such as violently moving objects, disruption in motion sensors and audio recorders, we are also given fire. This demonstrates that the spirit or entity hunting Board's home has some power or control over fire, which could become very dangerous for Board. This entity could go as far as setting the home on fire or physically harming him. Even stranger or more unsettling is that Board states, "Do not ever set anything on fire in my home again, or I will have you exorcised." And in the rest of his videos, there is never another fire, meaning this entity apparently listening to the threat and took it seriously because it wants to be allowed to remain in the home for whatever reasons. Number 1. Japanese TV. These three girls playing with Ouija board seems to be on some sort of Japanese television show. This isn't very surprising since some of the scariest evidence of the paranormal seems to come from Japanese game shows or investigation series. The girls have apparently threatened by the spirit to not film this encounter, but it's clearly not their decision. The board or spirit threatens to curse the girl and they are understandably shaken up. It doesn't take long for all hell to break loose after this. One of the girls claims to see a woman and the group jumps, leaving two of the three young girls on the floor. In their panic, the cutter they were using as a planchette begins to move swiftly on its own. Furniture in the room begins to fly around as if being thrown, and a strange loud clicking can be heard. The footage becomes more and more chaotic before the video ends, leaving the viewer with concern and desire for more insight. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.